Hello, this is Tasha from Lady Boss Studio, and welcome to our What the Tech guide to everything you're going to need in order to run your online business, from a website to accepting payments to email marketing, down to actually hosting courses as well, if that's what you plan to do. So we're going to walk you through our ultimate tech stack, what that looks like, how we actually use those things, and why we encourage our clients, members, anybody watching this, who is a coach, consultant, creative, who is running an online type of business where you might be selling one-on-one services down to digital products, courses, memberships, all that jazz. We're going to walk you through each one of these steps. The reason why we're doing this is because I have found, just close that, I have found so many times where I'm on a discovery call with a client, we are having a conversation in the Facebook group, and I just spent a whack-a-dough on all of these things, and now I need to use 10 more things in order to connect them all. Or I can't figure out how to use this platform because it's just so complicated. So everything we're going to recommend to you today, one, it's what we use. Two, it is like the simplest way to accomplish everything that we're suggesting. And the tools that we use are all intuitive, simple to figure out. There's nothing that we're going to throw at you that you're going to feel like you need to have a degree in order to figure out or set up for yourself or your online business. So we're going to dive right in. I am going to share to my iPad, which is a new thing, which I'm quite excited about. But it might take me a quick second to figure out how to do that. So bear with me while we go and share. Let's get iPad. Let's do it. And I should be able to screen mirror. It's just thinking. All right, you guys can see my iPad screen. Super exciting. Okay, get rid of all that. I'm just in my notes here. I'm just going to bring the iPad in front of me, so I'm going to be able to talk to you and actually write on here at the same time. So just do a quick little test. We are good. Beautiful. I am just going to make that a little bit bigger. Okay. So I'm going to draw this out as like, this is the first thing, second thing, third thing, fourth thing. You're going to be able to see that from a visual standpoint. And then we're actually going to like look at each one of those pieces and like kind of what fits into each one of those. So first up, as you can imagine, that first like tech piece that needs to be set up is, of course, your, that was actually way wider than I thought it was going to. All right, let's go here. It's going to be your website, right? This is going to be your home base. It's going to be where people find you, where people get to know you, where people see what services you have to offer. There is probably, well, I guess it's also too because we design websites, so it's front and center in my mind, but when I'm looking to outsource something to another entrepreneur in my business, and I find them on Pinterest, I find them on Instagram, or I'm loving their content, and I cannot click through to view their website to see what they have going on there, for me, that is a very frustrating thing. So yes, you can sell from Instagram. Yes, you can, like your business, it's not like your business can't possibly make a dime if you do not have a website, but a website is one of the most important things in terms of that home base for your business, building credibility, looking professional. It is the first tech piece that you need to have in place. Then you need a place or a way to receive payments, right? That's important. You're running a business. It's not a hobby. You need a way for people to be able to pay you online without you needing to manually go create things for every single person who wants to buy something, go into PayPal and send them a PayPal.me link. All of that takes extremely important time out of your day that you do not need to be wasting up. You need a way to seamlessly take payments from your customers who want to pay you and make it really easy on them to do so, okay? So payments is the number 2 tech thing that you're going to need to set up. Number 3 is your ESP, which is your email service provider. Okay, This is how you're going to collect people's emails when they go to your website, so that when you are doing a promotion, when you're selling something, when you have new updates in your business, when you're launching a new program as a coach, you have a way to instantly get in touch with those people that have specifically raised their hand to say, yes, I'm a person who's interested in the things that you are offering, as opposed to hoping, right, that you're going to do a post on Instagram or a post on social media, and by some chance, the right person's going to see it. This is your ability to collect the email addresses and information of the people who put their hands up to say, yes, please get in touch with me. Tell me more. I need help doing this thing. And that thing obviously is what you do to help solve the problem for your customer. Next up, and this won't necessarily apply to everybody, but it kind of will if you in any way, shape, or form want to offer any type of digital product, course, membership, anything of that nature, is going to be an LMS, a learning management system or software. So we're just going to say LMS, learning management system. That was the best box, but we'll go with it. So we have our website set up. We have a way to collect payments, super important. We have our email service provider, which is housing all of those email addresses for us so we can get in touch with the people. It's also the way that we organize the people. So when someone buys this from you, or someone buys this from you, or somebody signs up for your freebie, your email service provider allows you to quickly categorize or segment those people. So you can very easily send the people that did the specific things with your business emails, or post sales sequences, or getting in touch with them based on what they've already done with you and your business. And then we have our LMS, which is, hey, you want to sell an ebook. Hey, you want to sell a course. You want to offer website templates like we do. You want to do a group program. The LMS system or course allows you to be able to house all of that information. So now that we know kind of the steps we're going to go through and like what the tech looks like for each of those, we're going to pop into them one at a time and kind of break those down in terms of what we recommend and what we use, what our clients use, and all that jazz. So let's just flip the page. We are now going to talk about your website. So as you know, there are a trillion, maybe not trillion is an exaggeration, but there are a lot of different website platforms that you can use to create your website. Okay, no, as you can imagine, they are not all created equal. And there really only is two for the most part that I would recommend. There's like a and a half in there, which I'll explain in a second. But what we use first and foremost is WordPress.org. And we couple that, so we pair that with plus Elementor. So WordPress is a platform where you can create and own your own website. So you're not paying Squarespace, or you're not paying Showit, or you're not paying Wix, or you're not paying, GoDaddy. You are able to create and own all of the content on that website. With that, obviously, comes added responsibility, because it's now up to you to make sure that it is up to date and it's secure, and that you're managing it, but then you own it. So if Squarespace goes down, or any of these other platforms go out of business, which I'm not saying is going to happen tomorrow, I feel like it's important as a business owner, if you are planning to be in business for the longevity, you're not just in this for a year and then you're out the door, that you create your website, you create that home base on a platform that you are able to own that content. We add Elementor in there because Elementor is a page builder that you can use with WordPress that allows you to get the best sort of drag and drop, really easy plug and play website designs. Okay, it's the easiest thing that you can use in order to actually make the website look good. WordPress has a really bad rap because it was first created as like a blogging platform, as a content management platform, but two, it has a bad rap because a lot of people think you need to know, you need to be a web developer, you need to know HTML, CSS, you need to know how to code in order to create a great looking WordPress website. And that is 110% not the case. I have not gone to school for any of that. learned a heck of a lot in almost 6 years, but I did not go and get a degree in web development because Elementor allows you to be able to make everything look the way you want it to look without the stress or the tech headaches of needing to know any of that mumbo jumbo that you very clearly don't want to know anything about because you're not a web designer and that's not what you want to spend your time learning. So this right here is what we use, what we recommend, what we use to build the client sites, and I'll break that down a little bit further. But I just wanted to give you option number 2, which is a relatively new option on the market. It's using Showit, which is its own platform that you have to pay for. So if you ever decided to not want to use Showit anymore, you lose your website. But the reason why we recommend Showit as the number 2 is that it has the capability to be able to use the power of the WordPress blog plugin capability. So WordPress websites are really great because you can really get advanced in terms of SEO and ranking in search engines and being found organically, which is really good for business. Showit has the ability, if you're paying on one of their higher plans, to be able to bring in the functionality of the WordPress blog. So it is, as a platform, easier to drag and move. Like everything is very, you just like click it with the mouse and then you can move it around the page wherever the heck you want it. It's probably the easiest literal drag and drop and move around website editor that's out there. If you ever used Wix, it's kind of a similar thing. I don't recommend use Wix. But now you can actually bring in the capability of WordPress, the WordPress blog. So you can have access to all the SEO features that WordPress is like renowned for being the best at. So Showit, plus if you're on one of their higher paid plans, let me just erase that so it looks decent. I can't spell functionality. There we go. If you are willing to be on that platform, you're committed to Showit and you know that you just want to be there forever. When you add in, I think it's their middle plan, if I'm not mistaken, you have the ability to add in the WordPress blog functionality and get access to that SEO, get access to the SEO capabilities. So this is number 2 on our list. And number 3 is Kajabi, which I cannot, well, this is kind of like, I remember I said there was a 2.5. This is our half. Pitfalls of Kajabi. So one, it's an like all-in-one platform. Like it has, you can do your website, you can host your courses, you can create sales pages, you can use their email marketing software. So it really is an all-in-one platform. Although I feel, given that it does everything, it doesn't do any of it amazingly, if that makes any sense. It's not doesn't specialize, or it's not amazing at that one thing. It just allows you to have access to everything under one platform. So I find it a bit clunky to use, a bit clunky to design with. I don't enjoy designing with Kajabi. I find it a little bit more frustrating from a design perspective. And their email marketing is not up to par in terms of like what a lot of other platforms can offer you and can do for you. It's also not cheap. So it is like to get out the gate, you're going to have a bit of a harder time in terms of setting it all up and understanding how it all works and how you build the website piece and how you build the courses piece and how you build the offers and how you build, you know, the membership area if that's what you wanted. And it's going to be a little bit or quite a bit more money out the gate than either of these other two will be. So I like it because it's convenient. Whereas if you're like, I only want to learn one platform ever, I don't want to touch anything else. My brain can only handle this one piece of tech. And I don't care, I'm willing to pay, or even I'm willing to pay to just pay somebody to just like do it all for me. And then I like an expert and I don't even have to worry about it. Kajabi really could be a great option for you. Otherwise, I would definitely say WordPress and Elementor, and then second best would be Showit knowing that you're adding the WordPress blog and SEO functionality. So if you were to say, I'm just going to do this. If you were to say, okay, you know what? I am totally good with doing WordPress and Elementor. Like what do I actually need? What does that mean? What are the things I need to put in place? And what does that look like from a cost perspective? Because that's important, right? First up is you need a domain name, which you need regardless. That's not anything new for anything that you're doing, regardless of WordPress, Showit, Kajabi, any other platform out there, you need a domain name. That's going to run you about $15 a year, give or take. Sometimes you can find them on like a first year promo special for $6. And then after that, it's like $15 or $20 a year, but give or take, it's about $15 a year. We love buying domain names from Siteground, which is who you'll see me talk about in a second. You can buy them right from Siteground, or you can buy them from a place called Namecheap.com. We have a ton of domains in Namecheap, and we also have a ton in Siteground. So it doesn't make that much of a difference. Namecheap can be a little bit more flexible if you know that it's a domain you're using for something else, or a domain you just want to buy and hold on to for like the next 10 years. Namecheap's a really good place to do that. And you can often get them for like $6 or $7 for the first year. So it's really great. Siteground, however, if you know that you're going to be hosting your website with Siteground, which I'm going to talk about in a second, it makes it really, really convenient to have it there. So domain name, about $15 a year. That's pretty simple. Hosting. So this is your website hosting. So I want you to think of it this way. Your domain name is like your street address, right? And so people can find you. They have a direction. They can plug your URL into the web browser and actually find where your house is. Siteground is it hosts your website. And there's a bunch of Bluehost is one of them, which we don't recommend. You can host on GoDaddy, which we don't recommend. Siteground has been the one that we've used for 6 years now. Almost all of our clients use, and rocket.net is another great one that we like as well. But think of hosting as the actual house. So it is the foundation, the walls, the exterior, the roof. It is what is going to house anything you want to put inside of it. Okay, so your street address is your domain name. Your hosting is the actual like physical house itself, so it exists. Okay. And then I'm going to talk about what goes on the inside, but hosting, it happens through Siteground. So that's about, you can get it between $3 to $6, and this is all US dollars, by the way, $3 to $6 a month is what you're going to look at spending for your hosting. That's for their like lowest account, which I believe is one, like to host one domain. You can go obviously to the middle one where you can host unlimited domains. You can go in the larger one, the middle one. I think you have a few domains. The largest one, I believe you have like unlimited, which is the plan that we're on. So about $3 to $6 a month. And at this point now you have a domain name and you have the place where you have a house. Now you just got to figure out what you're going to do to design it. What's the designer? Who's the designer you're going to bring in now to make that house actually look good and go beyond just the studs and the roof and the foundation? And that is where you would choose that you want to install WordPress.org. WordPress.org is free, okay? Assuming you have somewhere to put it, which is your hosting. So this is free. You don't pay to install WordPress on your website. Okay, I'm just going to put free. And then you need to, so WordPress is going to be kind of like creating the bones of what's inside. So you're going to have plaster, or you're going to have, I can't think of the right word right now. You're going to have doors, you're going to have windows now, you're going to have floor, you're going to have kitchen cupboards. Then you're going to bring in Elementor, and that is what is going to put the paint color on the wall and the wallpaper and the decor, and all the little like details in your house to just make it feel and look beautiful. WordPress is Elementor is what is going to allow you to do that. There isn't a free version of Elementor. You will need the Pro version because that will allow you to actually completely design the header of your website, the footer of your website, what your blog looks like. It gives you beyond extended functionality in order to create your website, design your website from start to finish. So Elementor Pro is about $50 a year. Okay. Not about, it is $50 a year. for one website. And so if we're looking at this, we're about 65 here, 3 to 6 a month. We'll just say 5 a month. So it's another $60. So we're at about 110, 125 for the year is what we're looking at in order to be able to create our website. Okay. Those are the standard things. If you were on Showit, I believe Showit is about somewhere in the ballpark of about $50 a month, I think, for their middle plan. And then Kajabi is somewhere around the $200 to $400 a month cost in terms of being able to set everything up on their platform. So we are winning, right? When it comes to the basic setup of our domain name, our hosting, and getting WordPress and Elementor, we are winning in terms of like an overall cost perspective. Now, the only other thing I want to add to this is one thing you can do on top of having the WordPress and the Elementor Pro, which allows you to actually go in and design your website, is adding in the cost of pre-made templates to just make your life insanely easy and get your website up and running, ready to go ASAP. I know most entrepreneurs don't want to wait 2 to 3 to 4 months to have their website done. They want that done yesterday, which is exactly what I want for everything. So if that's how you feel, I get it. So the only thing that we can do here then, in order to speed up that process and kind of make this like bing, bang, boom, 5 days I'm done, we're good, is to add in Elementor templates. And obviously we sell Elementor templates. So I just want to, and we're not the only ones in the world that do. Obviously, I love ours for two reasons. I'm going to break that down very quickly. And I want to see if I can just share my screen instead. Beautiful. Okay. So we are just going to go here for a second. And I just want to show you what this looks like from an east. You can Google Elementor template kits. We're not the only ones in the world that do them. Obviously, we love ours, and I'm going to show you what that means. So basically, you can go and shop one of these sets so that when you have your WordPress and you have your Elementor, you can go and install, like a one-click install, an Elementor template kit that automatically populates exactly what this looks like on your website. Your header, your footer, your homepage, your services page, your blog page. If you want to have a Faves Tools page, your Coming Soon page, pretty much all the pages you can think of. It will auto-populate all of that, including the stock photos on the website. So then you just get to go in and edit. So that makes it really convenient in terms of like, let's get this set up fast. And what you can do too, if you are on our website and you're curious, well, what does this actually look like? What is this going to look like? You can click on the view demo like I just did right here. And you'll be able to see, okay, if I were to buy this template, I've got my domain name, I've got my hosting, I've got my WordPress, and I've purchased my Elementor. And I go and install this Elementor template kit. This is what your website will look like out the gate, which you then get to just go and edit. And the best part about that is we walk you through, just scroll down here. We walk you through everything. So from how do I get my domain name and the step-by-step video tutorial, how do I sign up for hosting on Siteground or a few other places, walk you through that step-by-step. How do I download WordPress? How do I actually connect this to Elementor? How do I upload the template kit? How do I connect my email marketing platform? When we get to that in a few minutes, we actually walk you through that in the setup style in Launch Academy. So it's not just like, hey, get the templates and then figure it all out. And I know that can be frustrating because that's what happened to me when I first bought my first WordPress theme, what feels like way back in the day. We actually take you through all of those steps. So it takes you way beyond just, hey, here's some pretty things. Now go and figure it out. We actually walk you through that all step by step. So now that let's see if I can get back to sharing my iPad. I'll just take a second. All right, beautiful. Okay, so now that we know for our website piece, I'm actually going to go back here. Our website piece, we're going to do WordPress plus Elementor Pro. Beautiful. Okay, we've got that figured out. Could be Show It and WordPress. I'm not going to be mad at you if that's what you do, but we're just going to do this for ease sake. Okay, WordPress and Elementor Pro. Now we've got this beautiful website set up, but we need those buttons to link somewhere, right? We need to and we want to accept payments and have a way for people to pay us. So what we recommend here, sorry, I just made that move, and what we love, and there's many reasons actually here. Let me do this instead first. Is Thrivecart Pro. Okay, so there are many reasons why we love Thrivecart Pro. And a few of those reasons are, one, clicks the button and goes right into Thrivecart. And you're able to set up any type of payment, where it's a one-time payment, a recurring payment. You can use Stripe, PayPal, Google Pay, Apple Pay, there's all those payment providers in there. You can do split payments. You can do a free trial. You can just have ongoing recurring payments forever if it's a membership until they decide to cancel. It literally has every type of payment option that you can think of that would work well for, again, coach, consultant, creative, service provider. It does not have e-commerce capabilities where you could have variable products and you could get them to pick from a list of 15 different options. It really is a product by product type of cart provider that's perfect for those type of industries. If you're trying to run e-commerce, this wouldn't be the thing for you. If you are running e-commerce, you're like, what do I use? There's a few different options, but that is for another day. You can research Shopify. You can also research WooCommerce for WordPress. So Thrivecart Pro has so many different options. And you know what? I am going to just show you that because I feel like that's important. No, I don't want to. That's beautiful. Okay, so we're just going to go to Thrivecart. So they have this incredible promotion on right now as I'm recording this video. I don't know how long they will do this for, but they are offering a lifetime account. So if I go get lifetime account, the Thrivecart lifetime account is $495, and you can upgrade to Pro for $195. So for $690 US, okay, you will have your cart or payment provider paid for life. You will never have another recurring payment. You'll be able to use this from now until, I don't know, until you don't want to run a business, until you retire, till whenever it is you don't need it anymore. And the reason why we suggest going the Pro is there's an affiliate center, subscription saver, sales tax calculation, which was a godsend for us when we switched over. Business productions, JV contracts, advanced user management, and custom domain name functionality. So if you want to have, like we do, we have all of our learning management, all of our courses, all of our templates are at school.ladybossstudio.com, which is a subdomain. It allows you to be able to use a custom domain name or a custom subdomain with your school. So it's super important. And one of the reasons why we love Pro. But again, this is you being able to say, okay, I'm going to pay for this, and maybe $700 isn't peanuts, and I don't think that it is. But then you don't have to worry about that recurring payment coming out of your account again. And you have the ability to sell products, upsell, do one-time offers, create beautiful funnels, and the ability for you to increase your average cart value, increase your average lifetime value per person that purchases from you, or per client, per customer. And the functionality is unbelievable. I would like to show you very quickly what a cart looks like in Thrivecart, so you can just see, because this is what we use. So our Maddie Piper website template, as I was just showing you, this is all in Thrivecart. So you'll notice even my favicon has the LBS, so it doesn't even feel like I'm going and using something else. And I can have the one-time payment, I can split pay, recurring payments, free trial. You can literally do whatever you want. You can have the payment providers that you want to have. For us, we just do Stripe and PayPal. You can have order bumps like this right here, which is, hey, you're already buying the website templates. why don't we encourage you to go and buy the matching sales page templates at the same time, and you have everything that you need. So it allows you to do these, what are called order bumps. Once they go and make this purchase, you can go ahead and put in another offer in there, which would be a one-time offer or an upsell if you want them to go and purchase that. There's also downsells. The functionality capability is absolutely amazing. The best part about this is that it integrates seamlessly with almost all email marketing platforms, which I'm going to talk about in a second. And it also integrates seamlessly with Thrivecart Learn, which is their learning management system, so that you don't have to worry about connecting 15 apps or using Zapier and worrying about all these things connecting and not working, and then you getting emails because people are like, I didn't get my access, which, believe me, we have dealt with, which is again why we just wanted something that was simple to use, simple to understand, and seamless in terms of the process for us to use, and seamless in terms of the process for our actual customers to get through, because there's nothing worse than them purchasing something from you for the first time and they don't get their login email, and then they think that you just scammed them because they bought something off of a Facebook ad, or they think you're terrible, or you're getting emails at 1 o'clock in the morning being like, where's my logins? Not fun, right? We just want this to all happen seamlessly for us and for our clients and customers. So Thrivecart really allows you to do that. And you get to style these checkout pages, sales pages in any way, shape, or form that you want. So it's a drag and drop. You get to move everything around and make it look the way you want to make it look, which is really, really, really great. It's also mobile optimized. You can go into the mobile view, move things around, and make it look the best it possibly can on mobile for your users as well. So that is what we recommend in terms of the payment platform. So if we were to go back here, I don't know why it says it needs to install a plugin every single time. I'm going to figure that one out next time before I do this. Yes. Okay. Come on. There we go. Okay, so if we were to back this up for a second, what did we say? 125 a year. So this was, oops, that's not what I meant to do. This was 125 for the year. This is a lifetime. Actually, I should probably put Thrivecart first so you guys have that visual. And I can spell that right. Thrivecart, and $695 lifetime. Again, this deal could expire. If you watch this video in 2 years from now, this option might not be available anymore. For the time being, as I'm creating this video, $695 lifetime. Do not have to worry about paying another dime. Amazing. I love the fact that we have so many other recurring payments in our business. I love the fact that this is like one and done, and I never have to think about it again. And it's also amazing. It's not just like, hey, I don't want to have to keep paying for it. It's also the best thing that we've ever used. So it's like the unicorn of payment providers or third-party payment providers online right now. So Thrivecart in terms of payments. Now we want to look at an ESP. So you might be at the point where you're like, I don't even really understand why I need an email service provider. You might be at the point where you're like, I get why, but like, I don't really understand lead magnets or why I'm supposed to create one and why it's important. Essentially, and it's so yesterday as the perfect example. So we have 35,000 followers on Instagram, which is awesome. I've worked my tail off to get 35,000 followers. I'm not somebody who is like super comfortable and loves to be on Instagram all the time. So like, I have like put some blood, sweat, and tears in order to convince myself or to get myself on there, to create the videos, create the content, to do the stuff to get those people. I get a notification yesterday, you've been locked out of your Instagram account, which is obviously like instant heart attack, and it looked like bots were trying to log in or something. So it stopped it as a protective mechanism, which is wonderful, but also scary, because at any point in time, that can all be taken away from you. If you do not have people putting their hands up and getting on your email list so you can contact them, if Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wherever else decides to go away tomorrow or lock you out, or your account gets hacked and you no longer have access, you need to think about the impact that has in your business. Because I know if that did happen, we still have close to 20,000 people on our email list who have said, hey, we're interested in the things that you're doing and the things that you're selling. So we can let them know when we are doing those things. So That's why an email service provider is incredibly important. Also why I'm having a lead magnet, which is something of value that your ideal client, your ideal audience is willing to trade their email address for in order to get that thing that they want to learn, that, quick action they want to take, whatever it is. So if you are still like, ooh, I really need to learn more about lead magnets and I need to get the ESP all set up, we do have the lead magnet blueprint, which is a $27 offer. It gives you all of the actual lead magnet templates. It walks you through how to do it, all of the tech, all of that beautiful stuff. I'll put the link in the video below. But what are we actually going to use, right, as an email service provider? Because that's why we're here. So in this case, I don't really have to go to the other page. There are really two options I'm going to recommend. If you are a new business owner, you don't have a massive budget, you don't have a big email list yet, you're really just starting out, I am 110% going to recommend, I can't spell, that you use MailerLite. It's what we used for the first, I want to say close to 4 years in our business. And I had been paying for ConvertKit for close to a year before I started using MailerLite. And obviously I was new in business, didn't really know what I was doing, didn't really understand why I needed an email list or how the heck to even make a lead magnet. And then when we switched over to MailerLite, everything felt like it just clicked. It was really easy to use, really easy to understand. It just intuitively made sense. And it was free for the first 1,000 subscribers. Again, if you watch this in 2 years from now, maybe they've changed their plans. But as it stands right now, your first 1,000 subscribers are free. You don't have to pay for it. So it's like a no-brainer in terms of, let me go in and try this and see if it's as good as Tasha says it is, and start growing my email list. So MailerLite is platform number one. Technically, we're going to say $0 for your first 1,000 subs. And then it's still only $12 a month or $16. It's still so reasonably priced, even when you do have to start paying for your subscribers. That's option number one, okay? Option number two is ActiveCampaign. And I just realized I have a 9% battery on my iPad, so I'm going to speed this up a little bit. ActiveCampaign. So we've been using ActiveCampaign now for probably, I want to say about 1.5 years. And that's something that we needed to do from the perspective of just having way more advanced functionality with our funnels and segmenting, and being able to really put our customers, clients through advanced automations that were very specific to what they were doing and what they had clicked on, and what their journey has looked like so far. ActiveCampaign is not cheap. We pay, I think it's around $700 a month right now, is I believe in and around the dollar value of what we pay. So that is why, until you are at a point where you have the need for advanced funnels or advanced functionality, segmenting, targeting, I would 100% recommend MailerLite, and you can have that for $0 a month for up to 1,000 subscribers. So we're going to go with this and say this is the one we're recommending here. If you ever want to say, hey, am I ready for ActiveCampaign? I'm I don't know if I'm at the point yet with what I'm doing in my business and what's going on, if I'm actually ready for ActiveCampaign, shoot us a DM, and we can totally have a conversation about that. Last up is the LMS, so Learning Management System, LMS. If you decide you want to host your digital products, ebooks, guides, courses, membership, anything where you need to house something, okay, where you want people to be able to get access to. We were using before 3 different things to do this, and depending on webhooks and APIs, all of this complicated tech to all speak to each other, which didn't always happen. And we even had Zapier as a backup to try to make sure that it did happen. And we were still dealing with a massive amount of post-sales emails that I didn't get my login info. And of course, it's really annoying on our part because we have to spend a crap ton of time answering people's emails, which they have every right to email us because they didn't get access to the thing that they bought. That makes perfect sense. What doesn't make sense is we're paying for all this technology. Technology is not doing what we need it to do, which is automate the process so that we're not the ones stuck doing this. Otherwise, I would just not pay for all the technology and be there just sending out logins to people manually all day long, right? We need to be able to depend on a system that works for you and makes all of that happen for you. So Thrivecart came out with Thrivecart Learn, I want to say 9 or 10 months ago now. So immediately we tested it out with the next thing that we launched, the next program that we launched in our business, and 100% fell in love. And it's beautiful because you can have somebody go and buy something in Thrivecart Pro. So like they go and use the checkout page from Thrivecart Pro. It's all branded. It looks like it's yours. Payments taken, and they get instant access to the thing that they bought. I cannot explain to you the level of how beautiful that is because it doesn't involve us. And they just get to, they still get their email with their login details, which still sometimes goes to spam. But right there on the confirmation page of you just bought this, it's here's the link to sign in and get the thing. And it is absolutely, absolutely beautiful. Again, you can have that go into membership area. You can have it go into a specific course. You can create bundles. So if they buy something, they get access to 3 different things. The really great thing too about memberships, which was really, really, really tough for us before, was if somebody stops paying or cancels their membership, they automatically get taken out of access of the thing that they were like paying to get access into. So you are hands off. You know that if someone cancels or someone doesn't pay or the credit card doesn't go through, they stop getting access to the thing, which is absolutely beautiful in terms of being, again, that much more hands off and needing to like manage every little aspect of your business. So to show you what that looks like, because we are just showing and telling today. Let me go into, so this is an our credit card account. Okay. Okay, so this is where you can go ahead and organize. If you want to have different sections of courses, so we have our website templates, we have our LBS courses, and of course there's all the Tasha DaCosta business coaching stuff. So we're able to like nicely organize all of that, which is super important. And inside, it allows you to just like literally drag and drop your lessons, your modules, like the text, the lines, the videos, the images, it's all drag and drop and really, really beautiful. The other thing I love too is that you can edit what the dashboard looks like for your students. So if you have courses that are available that they haven't purchased yet, they'll be able to see them here, but they'll be slightly grayed out so they can go and like click and learn more about them. So it allows it to be really a very shoppable dashboard. We also put our lead magnets in here so that when someone goes in and accesses the lead magnet, they can see all the other wonderful things that we have available. And if it's right for them, obviously go and buy it and learn more about it. So we 100% love it for that reason as well. And it's just a really unbelievably easy platform for you to be able to house all of this information. Your students, you can do bundles, you can have different team members that go in and manage all of these things. It really is wonderful. And it's as simple as, I'm just going to show you this. You're going to create a product of go and purchase it. So this is in Thrivecart Pro. And you go to fulfillment, as in like, how is someone going to get the thing that you want them to get? What should happen after? Well, I'm going to add them to my membership site in Thrivecart Learn, and I'm going to pick the thing. So in this case, it's a bundle because it's our website templates plus the Setup Style and Launch Academy. You can go and pick any of the thing and then just get the immediate access. It's so beautiful and so easy to work with. And as you can tell, we love it. So Thrivecart Learn, I'm just going to double check this. Okay. So you cannot access and or buy Thrivecart Learn until you have a Thrivecart Pro or a Thrivecart account or Thrivecart Pro account. I just want to say cost. There we go. So they have Learn and then they have Learn Plus. Learn Plus just gives you, again, it's additional functionality. At the top of my head, I can't remember the difference. Actually, I can Google that. But for one-time payment, $195 for Thrivecart Learn Plus, never have to pay for it again. You have access to all those advanced features in the LMS for life. So I'm just going to say difference between Thrivecart Learn and Learn Plus. There we go. Okay, Learn Plus is paid events containing a number of extra powerful features. So let's just see. Learn, there we go. Okay, bundles. So if you want to create bundles, that's Learn Plus. Team members, Learn Plus. What else here? I think that's it. Yeah, so it's the fact of being able to create bundles and have different team members, aka one person administering the course versus another person administering the course. And you can also do like instant access or drip feed in terms of like the actual content. It has all of the regular capabilities of a normal LMS. So it really is wonderful. And what did I say? $195, I believe, was what I said. Yes, $195. Okay, so if we were to go and look now, and go back to the iPad, that's at 7% battery. So we're going to do this nice and quick. Let's see. I get it. Come on. I know. Go select. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. So we said $195 if you want to do Learn Plus because you want access to the bundles and you want access to different user management. Is $195. And again, that is lifetime. So if we look at this, in terms of yearly maintenance and what you're going to have to pay just like year over year over year, you get $125 a year for your WordPress, for your domain name, your hosting, and Elementor Pro. In terms of MailerLite, that'll really just depend on the point to which you hit 1,000 subscribers. So I go look quickly. I know you can't see my screen, but I can. If I just go MailerLite, and I look at pricing, which I'm just going to pull up really quickly. So $9 a month. Oh, here we go. Once you go up to once you're over 1,000 subscribers, okay, $15 a month. So let's just do a basic $15 a month just to be sure, because I'm confident that you are going to create a lead magnet that people love and are going to start signing up for your email list. So let's just do $15 a month. That's $180 for the year. So we said $125 plus $180. Okay, let me just go back to, there we go. We've got what I say, 125 plus 180. Okay, this is what you're looking from a have to pay, so $305 every year. Okay, you have to pay that every single year, $305, which I think if you're running a business is entirely manageable. And then you just had the one-time payment. Oh, not that, sorry. You just had the one-time payment of Thrivecart Pro and the one-time payment of Learn Plus, and $305 a year. And you can have a tech setup and a tech system that blows pretty much anything else out of the water. Okay. And if you buy like an Elementor template kit, that's like a one-time thing that you would purchase to make your life easier. But from an ongoing perspective, you're looking at about $305 a year, again, for like a powerhouse tech stack that takes care of so much of what you're going to need in your business in order to make your life easier, look professional, build credibility, build an email list, which we know is important, and ideally make some passive income because you've got courses, digital products, that type of thing sitting in your LMS ready for you to sell using Thrivecart Pro. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you feel like I missed anything or have questions on a specific part of that, go ahead and comment below. Let me know if there's like one thing you're like, well, what about this? I would love to answer that. I would love to chat. If you want to know if any of these things are right for you, for your business, again, pop that in the comments below. Let's go ahead and have a chat. And I hope that seeing all of this really helps you to be able to make an easier decision in terms of what you should use, or if it makes it like very blindingly clear, not blindingly clear, very obviously clear that what you're using now is not the right thing for you, not the right thing for your business, and that there might be a simpler, more overall alternative and a simpler way that you can be actually doing all of this in your business. All right, I hope that you all have a lovely day, and we'll chat soon.